Okay. The average length of time a patient stays in the hospital continues to decline. The table below gives data for certain years. Let X be the number of years after 1970. So that means X equals 0 is 1970, and Y be the length of time in days. So 1970 is 0, 1980 is 10, 1990 is 20, 2002 is, well, 2000 would be 30, and this would be 32. And that says draw a scatter diagram. So this would be 10, 20, 30, and let's see, 4.9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would work. So at 0, it's 7.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And at 10, it's 7.3, so we're down a little bit. At 20, it is 6.4. So if that's 7, that's 6, so it's about 6.5. And at 32, we're 4.9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're almost at 5. So it's going to look something like that depending upon what your graph, how you scale what you did with your graph here. So I draw a scatter diagram using a graphing utility, naming your calculator a line. So I'm going to do a linear regression of best fit. So here we go. First thing I want to do is to turn it on, and of course we can't see it, so let me change the lighting. And we're going to enter our data. So stat, edit. I've got stuff in there. So 0, 10, 20, 32. And I don't need delete, don't need that. And 7.8, 7.3, 6.4, and 4.9. And I don't need that, delete. So let me cross check. 0, 7.8, 10, 7.3, 20, 6.4, 32, 4.9. Okay. So now I'm going to do a linear regression on it. So stat, calculate, linear regression. And to 2 decimal places so that y equals negative 0.09 x plus 8.02. Since that's a 5, it'll round up to a 2. So now I've got my model. My correlation coefficient, notice it's negative, so it's a bit on the low side. The error is a bit on the low side. Negative 0.98263. How good's the fit? So we would say the fit is pretty good. And let me shut that light off. Since we have 2 9s, not 2 9s, we have 1 9. We have an 8, which is close to a 9. One. And a hanging piece there. 1 9. So we have 1 9. So it's pretty decent. Could be better, but it's not bad. Using the details of this problem, interpret the slope. Well, the slope is negative 0.09, and it's negative 0.09 over 1. So if I use units, this is 1 year, and this is days. So what does that mean is the length of stay negative means decreases by 0.09 days each year. So 1 year, 0.09, 1 year, 0.09. If the trend continues, what will be the number of days in 2010? Well, 2010 would be x equal 40. It's 40 years after 1970. So that means that y would be negative 0.09 times 40 plus 8.02. So taking my handy dandy little calculator, negative 0.09 times 40 plus 8.02, 4.42 days. And what year will the number of days be? 3, so that means negative 0.09x plus 8.02 equals 3. Or negative 0.09x equals, now subtract 3, is going to be negative 5.02. I hope. So 3 minus 8.02. Yeah, negative 5.02. X is negative 5.02 over negative 0.09. And divide that by negative 0.09, and this is 55.7 years after 1980, or 1970, excuse me. But it says in what year. So the year is 1970 plus 55, which will be 2025.